Hello beautiful people, this is your girl Sherry Bell Jane. If you're new to my channel, you're welcome. If you're old, thank you. And this is just an update of the case in Bahrain, the case of Nelson Itabili Achengwang, who happened to have caused a murder in Bahrain. This is an update. The first video was talking about how he killed three or two of his roommates, but actually this is an update of what is presently happening at the moment. Actually, for those of you who don't know the story, this is a young Cameroonian that traveled to Bahrain, and upon arriving Bahrain, he had some misunderstanding with the person that made his visa, the donkey guy that made his visa, and then some misunderstanding as to where he was going to sleep, which ended up in a fatal, what can I call, ended up to one person actually losing his life. Now, this is an update. Actually, it was said Nelson Atabili died, but actually presently he's at the military hospital receiving treatment. He actually did not die, and reports from Bahrain says that he's responding very well to the treatment. That from only the very first guy he attacked, the guy he was with in the room together, only that guy lost his life. That is the guy which he slashed the throat with a knife. The guy who heard what was happening and came up to the room trying to rescue his friend is well and out. Yes, he's responded so well to treatment. He got stabbed in his stomach, but reports are saying that he got treated and he is already out of the hospital and he is well and sound. Now, the only person that is in the hospital at the moment is the perpetrator of the act, and no other person than Nelson Itabili Achengwang. He is not dead. He is in the hospital, military hospital, under heavy guard, receiving treatment. And that actually, the sum that was the sum initially, it was said he gave 5 million to the donkey person in the place of Collins Fokwo. It's a scammer that has been using a scam company by Sky to be scamming people in the UAE, in the United Arab Emirates. But he was apprehended. Due to so many reports against him and evidence against him. He was apprehended and repatriated back to Cameroon, and his pictures can be found everywhere on Facebook. His name is Collins Fokwo. This is the guy that collected the money, and it is said that the actual money that this guy collected from Nelson Atabili is 4 million, and that the money was actually meant for Canada. The money was actually meant for Canada, and because he could not get his way to Canada and ended up in that situation in the country where he found himself, he even went the night before he went and committed the act, he collected back 265.18 US dollars, which is equivalent of 100 Bahrain money. That's 100 BD. He collected that money from these from the donkey guy that same night he collected this money, 100 BD, and came back to the room and he committed this act. That means he planned this act, or I don't know, some people he was already in the process of collecting his money, because he went and collected part of the money and he came back to the room and he perpetrated this, he did this act. And now, look at you with a bright future, a graduate from Bambili with a bright future. Now you didn't die. You are in the hospital. One person is dead and one person, thankfully, one person is alive and healthy and facing life, but with being traumatized with what really happened. Now you are responding to treatment. I don't know what your fate is. I don't know what they would do to you, but this is a wake-up call to all these scammers, all these donkey people from hell. The money you're collecting from people that will cause people to be stressed up to this extent that would warrant them to take a life. I'm not justifying what you did. I'm not justifying that what you did is correct, but Some of these scammers, some of these scamming agencies, some of these dorky people need to be put up like what Collins Foko is going through now. His picture is everywhere on Facebook. He's known, he's a notorious scammer, he's a notorious dorky person. There is another person in the name of Nzipewa Chie. Nzipewa Chie. That is also in this line of business. You could check him up on Facebook, Nzipewa Chie. This is a clique of them. Mind the way they come up with one flimsy, with one nice and sweet story of how they're going to help you to travel and acquire a job and a house and all of that. At the end of the day, you get so frustrated. Make one of these scammers, they won't begin to fear God, because the kind money they collect for people for go some kind country them. And when people then go meet up the kind situation the way they don't live and back home, they can't meet up now even situation will be worse than the situation they live and back home. They fall into depression. They fall into serious depression, and that depression they cause them to commit some kind act them. Like wait till this our brother don't come fall into. He borrow money back home for travel. He don't come, the station don't come be in some kind of station where he don't even get place for sleep. He don't try go collect $100, then come back. Instead of stress, he need to understand. He come back and commit the act. I don't really know what is your fate, my dear brother. I don't know what your fate is. I don't know even where you are. I just pray you find peace with God. You ask for forgiveness and you find peace with God, because a life is already lost and people are already hurt. But Mona, take note of these people, them Collins Foko and Chie Nzipewa. They don't collect a lot of money from people them, and they know they say they travel, they know finally give the people them satisfaction. It's pain. Some people they go sell their last plot them. Some people they borrow money, they put their mommy there and their papa them like collateral, where they can end up now in the kind of catastrophe. My people, it's not really fair. So at the stance, he is alive. And Nelson Itabili is alive and is responding to treatment, but is under heavy guard at the military hospital. I think when he's out of the hospital, then his case will commence, and then more evidence or more investigation will be done to see as to what really happened. But as of now, his money that was collected was 4 million, and he struggled to get back 100 BD, which is an equivalent of 265,000 in CFA. It will be around 125,000 CFA. So that is the latest update of the situation. Those of you interested in traveling abroad, do your research very well to where you're going. Ask questions before you're handing in your money to whosoever. Because countries, most of those docky people are not the immigration. Many of them will collect their money and only immigration has the final say. When you get to a situation where nothing can be done, you fall into depression and you begin to commit acts and you waste your life like that. Anyway, this is the update. He's alive and is responding to treatment and he awaits judgment. Have a blessed day, and if you're not yet a subscriber, please try to consider subscribing to this channel. I love you all. God bless you.